Good morning and namaste to everyone. Good morning. So इतने टाइम बाद कॉलेज में यूनिवर्सिटी कैंपस में आके सबको कैसा लग रहा है? बहुत बढ़िया. I think this is school and college time is the most cherishable time of any individual, and I still carry those memories, those lovable memories with my fellow mates, with my friends, with my teachers, with my professors, and I really owe them a lot. So whenever I come to any campus, I am really filled with thrill and joy, and I feel that I have become young again. So thank you so much. Thank you to the Chandigarh University team for inviting me over here and giving me an opportunity to be amongst you all physically. Of course, I have had a session last year, but that was on a digital platform. And this time, I am very happy to be present amongst you all in person. So, formally, friends, today we are discussing the topic, the role of youth in nation building. I extend my gratitude to the team for having this topic being discussed among all of you, because you are the torchbearers of the society and you are the people who are going to lead the nation. You are going to decide the way our country will progress in future. So, friends, I would formally like to welcome the Professor Vice Chancellor Saab, Chancellor Saab, all the professors of the university, the dear students, and the entire team of Chandigarh University, which I am sure you all must be having a lot of pride in coming to this campus, which is having such an high ranking. I read about the university when I got an invitation. So I was very much happy to see how it is performing in various fields, and the way it got, I think, recognition in the Limca Book of Records for the number of companies which came for placement on the campus. So these are the opportunities which are being provided for higher education in our country, and that is really commendable. I congratulate the entire team for doing such a good work for the nation, for the country. Friends, we all know about Swami Vivekananda ji. Swami Vivekananda ji once said that my faith is in the younger generation, the modern generation, and out of them will come my workers. So I'm talking way back, long back when he discussed about that his faith is in the younger generation. When we saw our freedom struggle, it was led by generally people in youth, generally the young leaders who had led our freedom struggle. And if we talk about the power of youth, it is not only that they have this strength of bringing societies together, it is also the strength which they carry to lead from the front. We all know that youth is filled with creativity, dynamism, innovation. And if they raise their voice on any issue, they are definitely successful in bringing about that change. They are like a raw material, or they are like in semi-molten form. And we as society also have a responsibility to provide them support, to guide them, to nurture them, and also to give a direction as to how and where they should try and move so that they are able to contribute towards the society, towards nation building. Therefore, friends, this topic is very much important because you are going to lead all of us, you are going to lead the nation. And I'm sure you all are already aware, आप लोगों के पास already बहुत सारे ideas हैं, you have number of things which you want to do in life. But my only attempt would be to have some introduction about the initiatives by the government, some good stories which I have come across in my last, say, 13 years of experience, some good stories which I have seen during COVID-19 pandemic, some good stories all throughout the country which people at their own level have been taking, so that you may also get some idea, and maybe we all take collectively some of these steps. So statistics have shown that, especially in developing countries, when they invest in human resource management, when they invest in human resource development, they invest in young people's education, health, and they protect and guarantee their rights, and they are actually investing in building the leaders, they are building the innovators. India's Skills Report 2020, I would like to mention some statistics here, that India's Skills Report 2020, it mentions that in our country, nearly 47% of the population is working population, which is from the millennials. So 47% is the working population, and we are having that largest positive demographic dividend, which is productive. India is said to be the youngest country in the world. I'm sure you all must be knowing that. And we have seen that there is no dearth of talent, knowledge, and resources in our country. We see the recent appointment of CEO Twitter, Mr. Parag Agrawal, who is of Indian origin. Of course, he is now settled abroad. And we have seen so many CEOs of MNCs like Microsoft, Mr. Satya Nadella, CEO IBM Arvind Krishna, CEO Google Sundar Pichai, so on and so forth. So it is all reinforcing the presence of the Indians becoming the global leaders. Friends, I would also like to mention here, I am not at all saying that there should be, that all of you must go abroad and settle. No, I am just I'm mentioning this fact only to reinforce the talent, the capacity which we have in our young minds. And if given an opportunity, definitely they can do wonders. So I would rather than encouraging that you also become CEO of Google or Microsoft, I would like to request that you please stay in our country, become an entrepreneur, or have a startup, and that startup should become a employment generator. Because we still have large number of population which is unemployed. We have all those issues of poverty, inequalities. We all are aware of these. So me as a person, me as an administrator would definitely like to request you all that rather than going abroad, rather than going out of country, let us have some idea, let us have some initiative which we are taking in our country itself. And I am totally aware of the issues, the challenges which the youth of this country is facing in many parts. Like still we have lack of access to education in many parts, especially higher education. If we talk about villages, if we talk about rural areas, the students don't have good universities, students don't have opportunities for higher education. And especially for a girl child, friends, I totally agree to the fact that we are advancing a lot. There are many things which have been done as far as gender parity is concerned. But still a lot more needs to be done, and still there are many young girls in our country who are not getting that access to education. They are hardly able to complete their graduation, and beyond graduation they are either married off or they settle in their domestic course of life, which many of them personally I think they may not be liking, but this is the way society or the ecosystem has been moving. And we all need to change that. Why I'm mentioning is that you all are going to decide how our society would be in future. So we all need to change that. There is still issues of drug abuse, young generation people being misled, misguided, or having all those disillusions in mind, getting involved in organized crimes, getting involved in crimes of cyber media, cyber-oriented crimes are also occurring. So all these issues are which the younger generation are facing, and we as society definitely have this responsibility of helping them. Friends, last year during COVID-19, we all have seen how humanity faced the challenge, humanity faced the issues which we had never thought of, which were unprecedented crisis in form of COVID-19 pandemic. And we saw that how even your classes were turned online, how offices ran virtually. My own office was, of course it was virtual, but we also were going physical. But if we talk about the private sector, most of the offices during lockdown, they were turning virtually. We stopped traveling, we were not socializing. And the challenge which humanity faced, we have risen to the occasion with our strength and resilience, and youth have contributed to this a lot. So I would like to illustrate with few of the examples by few of the initiatives which youth in their own capacities have taken it. जो यंग बच्चों ने, यंग स्टूडेंट्स ने, यंग कम्युनिटी ने अपने लेवल पे जो इनिशिएटिव्स लिए हैं ड्यूरिंग कोविड-19 पेंडेमिक, मैंने कहीं पढ़े और एक दो कुछ एग्जांपल्स खुद भी मैंने इन पर्सन भी देखे, वो एग्जांपल्स मैं आपके सामने यहाँ शेयर करना चाहूँगी. सो देयर वाज अ ग्रुप ऑफ वॉलंटियर्स इन मध्य प्रदेश, एंड we all know that when we started the vaccination, when India started this vaccination drive, there were initially lot of misconceptions about vaccination. People were hesitant to take vaccine in first phase. I'm talking way back in January, February. So there was this group of volunteers by the name of Youth for Children volunteer, and they were operating in Dhar district of Madhya Pradesh. And they started moving in teams, they started their campaigns, and there was this positive change of people coming out of vaccine hesitancy. So then later on, they also got this support of team of Seva Bharati and also State Health Department and UNICEF India. So this was a small initiative by these young students, and then this became a chain reaction, and then they also got the support of government, they also got the support of health departments, government of Madhya Pradesh, and of course UNICEF India. Similarly, there was a group of Delhi teenagers who developed Prithvi. So they developed this robot Prithvi, which was aiming to protect the healthcare workers by reducing their contact with COVID-19 patients. So this robot was having a smart tablet which was linked to enable the video conferencing between the patient and the doctors. So this initiative also got support from the Delhi government later on. In Kerala, some students developed a mask vending machine. A mask vending machine was innovated by students in Kerala, and later on, friends, they got support under Kerala Startup Mission, KSUM. Similarly, students of IIT Bombay, they developed low-cost mechanical ventilators during COVID-19. And friends, if I talk about my own self, I was posted last year in Gurugram, and we all were hit by COVID-19 pandemic wave 1. I saw lot many people, many NGOs, civil society organizations coming in collaboration with the administration, and they were helping us to feed the people who were living in slums, feed the migrant population, migrant workers who were living in these relief camps. COVID-19 wave, second wave, we saw how social media was being used to send SOS messages, and how various civil society organizations, NGOs have helped each other. From Chhattisgarh, an alert would come that a patient is in Gurugram, and he or she needs this injection. And this was the help which we as society, which we consciously tried to do, which has actually made us survive and which made us rose to the challenges which were given to us by COVID-19 pandemic. And friends, not only COVID-19 pandemic, the young population, the young Indians, they have been doing so many number of good things. And of course, I would like to mention few of the practices which I read across, which I think also can be replicated at your own level. So I would like to mention here about Neeraj Murmu. You can also read some of the stories are available at the Better India. So about Neeraj Murmu, I read on that link. So who was a former child laborer and who was working in mica mines, and till 2011. So he was rescued by some team, and 7 years after his rescue, he set up a local school for children of his area. And he named his school Kailash Satyarthi. And at present, around 200 students of that area, they are studying in that school. So this young man, he was himself a child laborer who was working in very hazardous conditions. When he was rescued by some good souls in the society, he tried to also help the other children who were in his region. I read about Hemanti Sen, the 22-year-old who founded the NGO Junoon. And she is providing free education to students. And since 2018 May, since May 2018, their NGO has been on a mission of getting the underprivileged children into the formal school under the school education and under the Right to Education Act. So they are trying to locate such children who are deprived of their education because of poverty, because of their background, and who do not have knowledge or access to the resources, and they are getting them admitted in various schools of the area under Right to Education Act. I would also like to mention about a person called Gursimran Singh, who took an initiative of iScribe. And this young person was only 16-year-old, who built a device to help the visually impaired, and this innovation was also screened at the Atal Tinkering Lab Innovation Challenge by Niti Aayog. Niti Aayog has various number of activities. It keeps on inviting people, it keeps on engaging citizens. So this was also one of the initiatives by Niti Aayog, Atal Tinkering Lab Innovation Challenge, under which this initiative was felicitated, this initiative was awarded. Friends, why I am taking these examples from real life, not examples of people who you know, because I just want to reinforce this fact that हम लोगों के अंदर से ही हैं, जो सोसाइटी में जो लोग हैं वो आते हैं, जो दूसरों के लिए करते हैं. We are all part of this system, we are all this part of this ecosystem. And if we will think कि ये तो हमारा काम नहीं है, ये कोई और आके करेगा, तो take it from me that कोई भी नहीं करेगा. If you don't do, then why would any other person would do? So it's a collective thing, it is a collective responsibility. And चाहे छोटा हो या बड़ा हो, in each step we should try that कुछ अलग करें, कुछ ऐसा करें जिसमें दूसरों के लिए फ़ायदा हो. I would also like to mention about Sriya Donapudi, the student from Oakridge School, Khajaguda, who started an initiative of recycling flowers, of using the used flowers after these social functions. हम देखते हैं social functions के बाद कितना waste generate होता है flowers के साथ में. And she collected the discarded flowers from the events, and with the help of women from economically backward background, they made soaps, they made paperweights, potpourris and other items. And then this initiative was covered in Indian Express. This was covered in the news by Indian Express. And then friends, later on, this initiative earned her the Diana Award. This initiative earned her the Diana Award, which we all know has been established in the memory of Lady Diana, the Princess of Wales. So all these things, all these examples show that it is people like us, people like you and me, who will be doing, who have the responsibility of taking things forward. The role of youth in sports, or how the sports person of the country have been making us proud. We all have seen in this year only, India participated in Olympics and Paralympics. And in Tokyo Olympics, we have seen the highest number of medals being bagged by Indians. If we talk about Olympics, we have 7 Olympics medal. And in Paralympics, if we compare, in last Rio 2016, Indian contingent was 19 players, 19 Paralympians. But if we talk about 2020 Tokyo Olympics, we got 19 medals in Paralympics. So if we see the change, if we see the change, in 2016, 19 sportsperson participated, but in 2020-21, 19 medals we got. So this is the way we are progressing. This is the way India is advancing. And definitely youth are the torchbearers. You have been listening is all throughout school life and college you will be listening. But there is no denying to the fact that you will be the leaders, you are the innovators. Friends, I would also like to mention herein, because I work in government, I would also like to mention about few of the schemes of the government, few of the initiatives of the government, which you may also look for, जिसमें आप भी अपना कुछ उसको रिसर्च करके उस पर फ़ायदा ले सकते हैं. अगर आपके माइंड में कुछ करने का थॉट है, आप लोग इन इनिशिएटिव्स के बारे में जाके पढ़ सकते हैं, डिटेल में जा सकते हैं, एंड यू कैन ऑल्सो थिंक अबाउट दिस. सो National Youth Policy 2014, National Youth Policy 2014, it shares the vision of government for youth of the country. We have Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, PMMY, in which the scheme was launched in April 2015, in which the government is giving loans up to 10 lakh of rupees to various categories, to the non-corporate, non-farm, small and micro enterprises. And they are giving the loans in 3 categories: Shishu, Kishore and Tarun. We have Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, which is a flagship program of Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. And we also have Digital India Initiative, under which the government is supporting the initiatives which are promoting digital and digital e-governance. We also have Pradhan Mantri Employment Generation Program. We also have Pradhan Mantri Yuva Yojana for training, capacity building and promoting the entrepreneurship. And of course, the emphasis and the motto is to promote skills building and strengthen the capacities. Last year, during COVID-19 pandemic, Honorable Prime Minister Sir launched the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan in May 2020. Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan was launched, which has core emphasis on promoting vocal for local, which has core emphasis on promoting the women's self-help group, the self-help group being operated by local talented weavers, craftsmen, the indigenous talent of the country. And it has 5 pillars, which are economy, infrastructure, technology-driven system, vibrant demography and demand. And we also have Atal Innovation Mission, AIM, which is being implemented by Niti Aayog, and which aims to promote the culture of innovation and entrepreneurship. You all can get support under Make in India mission, you can get support under Startup mission. And friends, there are many such initiatives of government. I would request, if you have some interest, you can see the websites of the government, MyGov India, you can see Niti Aayog's website, or you can also see the websites of Digital India and Ministry of IT and Communication. All these things, you please go through, get an idea what you can do at your own level. Friends, I would also like to mention, when we are talking about nation building, we cannot complete the discussion without talking about women empowerment or ensuring gender parity. The empowerment and parity, it is not only in terms of education, it is also in terms of the societal ecosystem, it is also in terms of their economic empowerment, financial independence. And when we are talking about empowerment, it is incomplete. I would rather term it like that unless and until a woman, a female, is financially independent or economically independent, she is not empowered. So it is very important that we give those skills training, we give that education, we give that vocational training, we give that support to the women in the society. And we all should remember that when women are empowered and they claim their rights and access to land, leadership and choices, the economies grow, food security is enhanced, and prospects are improved for current and future generation. And research shows that when woman earns, when a woman is working, they rather like to reinvest at least 90% of what she is earning. So what it tries to say is that when a woman is working, she would definitely try to have that saving. She will definitely be more careful about how she is spending the money. She would be more conscious, and then we in turn would have a more robust GDP, we would have a gender parity. So friends, what all we can do? I have already mentioned so many things कि उन्होंने ये किया, इन्होंने ये किया. हम सब लोग अपने लेवल पे क्या कर सकते हैं? कुछ आइडियाज़ क्या कर सकते हैं? आप लोग क्या कर सकते हो? क्या करना चाहिए? There are large number of people still in our country who don't have access to education, even though government is trying its best to invest in human resource development, capacity building. But still there are many pockets in the country, especially in the rural areas, where we are lacking. Either there are schools, but they are not running properly, or they don't have adequate number of teachers, they don't have proper infrastructure. So, if possible, students can also try and find out if there are any such issues in their locality, teach the illiterate people, and also if there are any such instances, it is also your duty and responsibility to bring these issues to the higher authorities. For example, if an educational institution, if an Anganwadi center, if a health sub-center is not working properly in your school area, so this is also your responsibility to bring this issue to the knowledge of the higher authorities, to the concerned officers, so that there are changes in the system. You also can become role models. You also can adopt so many campaigns like Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao program. You can have campaign against drug abuse, save environment conservation, or crime against women. So there are so many things you can actually talk about. You can have groups within yourself, organize groups. You can organize regional symposiums. You can have workshops. You can have seminars. I've seen during last, say, 1.5 years, many students across the country, they have formed their societies, and they are organizing this exchange of ideas. They are organizing these information exchanges, which of course, they are very much important in the sense they give that direction, they give that orientation to the youth. And they also are helpful in sharing the best practices, how things are being done in suppose Kanpur, how it can be replicated in Vijayawada. So we all learn from each other, so these kind of initiatives also can be taken. And also, we all should try and use social media very responsibly. Friends, I'm sure you all must be having your accounts on at least one or two of the platforms, whether it is Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, Koo, LinkedIn, at least WhatsApp, you will be having some groups where you are sharing information in your college groups. So please try and share the valuable content, share the content which is having information and relevance, and any content which is improvising the knowledge of each other, anything which is adding to your resources, which is helping in implementation of what you want to do. You please invest your time and energy in that. There are a lot of distractions available presently through social media. There are a number of sites which are uncontrolled. Still, unfortunately, India does not have a very regulated system as far as the social media is concerned. So on one hand, while we say that social media is a powerful tool, it also has its fall-offs, which we all need to be careful. So do not be part of any campaign which is promoting hate, anything which is spreading fake news. Do not forward anything without verification. If there is any fact which you feel needs to be verified, you please do that, and after that only share these things. Otherwise, social media is actually very powerful. You can communicate sitting in Chandigarh, you can communicate to people who are there in the United States of America. So use social media to the advantage of the society, not to the disadvantage. And also, friends, do give importance to your own physical and mental health. That is also very important, that we all should stay healthy, we all should stay happy. And when we are talking about nation building, a nation would be robust when its citizens are healthy, when its citizens are fit, when its citizens feel happy. That is also very important. So now, hardly 2-3 minutes, I would like to talk about some basic things about life skills, some basic things about how we stay motivated. So friends, आपको जो भी लाइफ में करना है, आप अभी अंडर ग्रेजुएट हो, whatever you want to do in life, identify that purpose. Identify what you want to do in life and what is the reason why you want to do. For example, you want to appear in MBA, you want to give the CAT examination, and you want to do MBA from IIMs, or you have some other colleges in mind. So why is it that you want to do MBA? That should be clear in your mind. So when this thing is clear in your mind that yes, I have to do this, why I have to do this, and how I will do this. मेरे को ये एग्ज़ाम कब देना है, when will I appear for this examination, how much time I have. So depending on that, you will need to have your goal setting, you will need to fix your goals. And your goals would be, I term it like both in short term and long term. You will definitely have some long term goal ki, right, abhi I am in my graduation year 1 and I have to appear for this examination in my 3rd year of graduation, or even after graduation I will do. So you have approximately at least 2 years in between. So your long term goal is to appear in this CAT examination, and your short term goal would be that in this 2 years, how do I break up my study plan? Or along with study, if you want to do anything else, then how much time you are willing to give to this preparation, to your regular study course, and if anything else you want to do along with that, that also needs. So setting your goals practically, that is also very important. Do not set your goals which are unachievable. You all must be aware of your strength and weaknesses. आप किस चीज़ में अच्छे हो, आपकी weak areas क्या हैं, and if you want to achieve that goal, so what is it that will help you in achieving that goal? That should be in your mind, that should be clear. And as we say, the students from management must be definitely knowing about SMART goals. So the goals should be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. It is very important to have realistic goals which are time bound. Otherwise, you will keep on losing your time. And for students, it is very much important to stay focused. I am sure students, ये आप सब लोग बहुत टाइम से सुनते आए हैं कि आपको focused रहना है, determination रखनी है. But friends, if you don't do this, frankly, I am telling, you will actually lose out these precious years. And once you lose out these precious years, then nobody would be able to compensate for the lost number of years, for the investment in time, money, energy, and all other kind of resources which you have. That is the most important thing. I would like to mention very briefly about my own example. जो Chancellor साहब ने starting में बोला that I was earlier in private sector, and then I shifted to civil services examination, and I got into civil services. So I was, friends, in my 3rd year of graduation, that I was also doing CS, and I came across civil services, and somehow I read about it and I felt कि मुझे ये exam देना है, this is something which I should at least appear once. I felt it would give me an opportunity to serve the people, to serve the nation. But frankly, when I discussed this with my parents and family, I am talking way back in 2003. Today we are 2021 getting over. So when I discussed this with my parents, lot of apprehensions came. Firstly, बहुत difficult exam है, selection होगा नहीं. You are a girl, you have to go in private sector because that was my original plan. And even after selection, which rank I would get, which service I would get, after that which cadre I would get, how will I settle my family life, all these things came, and there were lots and lots of discussions. But then when I told my family कि मुझे करना ही है, एक बार करना है, then they supported to the extreme they could. My father was very supportive. But my father also gave one suggestion that you should have a plan B in life. So by plan B, he said कि if you have this goal of getting into civil services, but say after 2-3 years, if you're not able to clear, then what will you do? Because he firmly believed that it is very important to be economically independent, especially for females. So he said, I would not like you to sit at home as a homemaker. You should be independent in your own life. So I took that advice. I completed my graduation in 2003. In 2004, I took admission into LLB from Delhi University. I started my law. It was a regular course. Same year, I started my job as company secretary. That was on a part-time basis. And in the same year, I started my civil services preparation. So 2004 to 2007, these three things were parallel in my life. Of course, my priority was civil services preparation. I was also doing job, and my law LLB were the regular classes. I appeared for my first attempt in 2006, and I could reach up to the second stage of civil services. And unfortunately, I did not get an interview call. That was, friends, the first failure I had faced in my life, and I was very much, frankly, demotivated. I thought कि अब क्या होगा क्या नहीं पता नहीं. I was not clear. But then when I reconsoled myself, I thought it that let this be my best and the last attempt. I thought it in my mind that I would give it my 100%, more than 100%, so that I should not have any repentance on my own self. So when I gave my second attempt, of course, the weaknesses or the lacunas which I faced in my first attempt, I tried to overcome them, and I worked on that. So I knew my weak areas, and I worked on that. I appeared in examination in 2007. All my efforts into it, by God's grace, by support of my family, my parents, I got into civil services, and my result was announced in 2008. I cleared. And why I told you about this, that these are the phases which will also come into your lives. Everybody would have some passion, some dream. I want to join IIT, I want to, आपको पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन में ये कोर्स करना है. Everybody would have some idea or the other. But friends, it is also very important to have that clarity with time-bound timelines, and also have a direction, have a path. And if you're talking about multitasking, if some students do ask me about multitasking. So friends, multitasking, everybody should try to do, but it is most important is that the important goal, the most important goal in your life, you should not lose sight of that. So it is also important to prioritize and know that what is important to do when. So once you are determined, once you are focused, when you have clear timelines, once you are having that 100% effort, I think you can achieve the impossible. And it is also important that you have some time for your own self. It is also important, as I mentioned, that to stay healthy and happy. So we all have some interests, some hobbies, some things which we all like. So to maintain that balance, it is also very important that we devote some time to that, and स्ट्रेस को अपने ऊपर हावी नहीं होने देना है. ये बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. स्ट्रेस हर किसी की लाइफ में है, मेरी लाइफ में है, आपकी लाइफ में है, सबकी लाइफ में है, और ये रोज़ आता जाता रहेगा. इसको अपने ऊपर एक्यूमुलेट नहीं होने देना है. यू शुड कीप ऑन रिलीविंग योर स्ट्रेस. नो हाउ यू फील हैप्पी, ये ज़रूरी है जानना. नो योर सेल्फ. एक्चुअली इट इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड कि आपको किस चीज़ से खुशी मिलती है. उस चीज़ को करने में कोई बुराई नहीं है, प्रोवाइडेड द अदर पर्सन इज़ नॉट गेटिंग हार्म्ड. ये नहीं कि आप किसी को थप्पड़ मार रहे हो और उससे आपको खुशी मिल रही है. आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट. द पॉइंट इज़ दैट वी आर ऑल social beings, we are all human beings. So know how you are happy, know how you can stay motivated, and bring that in your routine. So you will know कि आपको break कब लेना है, कैसे लेना है. That is all very important. So friends, if you try to do all these things, I think nothing actually can stop the youth of our country in achieving what they want. They are full of ignition, they are full of ambition, creativity, and you are actually the driving force. I am again remembered by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's message that my message, especially to the young people, is to have courage to think differently, courage to invent, to travel the unexplored path, courage to discover the impossible, and to conquer the problems and succeed. These are the great qualities that they must work towards. This is my message to the young people. So, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam always encouraged youth to build a new India through innovation, education, and digitalization. So it is also important on part of we as society to mentor, guide, support the youth so that they move with a clear direction with an aim of giving back to the society. And future of humanity and our planet definitely lies in our own hands. And I would like towards the end, I would like to encourage all of you, whatever career, profession, vocation you choose, try and do something good for the people around you, try and do something for the society. Be responsible socially and contribute towards nation building. We all know that we all will face turmoil, we all will face challenges, but it is how we react to the challenges, how we face the challenges, which actually determines our success. So you all see for the highest, aim for the highest, and you shall definitely reach to the highest. I use an acronym, DREAM. I use an acronym for motivating the students, which I term as diligence, resilience, energy, ambition, and motivation. I would repeat here, diligence, resilience, energy, ambition, and motivation. So if you try to do all this, definitely you will be succeeded. And towards the end of my talk, friends, sometimes I write some couplets in Hindi. I don't write any poetry, but कुछ माइंड में कभी कभी ख्याल आते हैं तो मैं लिखती हूँ. तो कुछ दिन पहले मैंने ट्विटर पे बस 2 लाइन डाली, जो मुझे ऐसी कभी कभी मैं ऑफिस में बैठी होती हूँ या घर पे, समटाइम्स आई रिफ्लेक्ट, तो मेरे माइंड में कुछ एक लाइन ये आई कि कुछ अलग करना है तो थोड़ा एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट तो देना पड़ेगा. कुछ हमें अलग करना है तो थोड़ा एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट तो देना पड़ेगा. तो जो भी आप अलग करना चाहते हो, थोड़ा एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट आपका लगेगा, लेकिन ये भी बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है कि उस एक्स्ट्रा को करने में आपको मज़ा आना चाहिए. यू शुड एक्चुअली इन्जॉय वॉट यू आर डूइंग, दैट इज़ ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. और we all feel demotivated, we all have confusions. तो उसके लिए मैंने कुछ लाइन ऐसे लिखी कि ज़िंदगी में जब भी आपका हौसला टूटने लगे या आप हारने लगो, तो उन लोगों को ज़रूर याद करना जिन्होंने आपको कभी भी कहा होगा कि ये आपसे नहीं होगा. तो whenever you feel कि आप डिमोटिवेटेड हो रहे हो, आपसे नहीं हो रहा है, तो उन लोगों को ज़रूर याद रखना जिन्होंने आपको कभी तो कहा होगा कि ये आपसे नहीं होगा. मेरी भी लाइफ में जब मैं सिविल सर्विसेज की तैयारी कर रही थी, आई हैड सोशली बायकॉटेड माई ओन सेल्फ. नो फैमिली फंक्शंस, नो मैरिजेस, रिलेटिव्स घर पे आते थे, आई वॉज नॉट मीटिंग बिकॉज आई वॉज वेरी मच सेल्फिश अबाउट माई टाइम. सो मेरे रिलेटिव्स मेरे फादर को बोलते थे, आई हैव एन एल्डर सिस्टर ऑल्सो, कि पता नहीं ये अपनी बेटियों को क्या बनाएंगे. तो वो ऐसे बोलते थे, ये बात मुझे आज तक भी याद है. और जब मेरा क्लियर हुआ एग्जामिनेशन, एवरीबडी कॉल टू कॉन्ग्रेचुलेट कि हमें तो पता ही था कि ये तो होगी, ये तो बहुत होनहार है. सो प्रैक्टिकली तो आपको जब भी ऐसा लगे लाइफ में कि आपको नहीं हो रहा है, किसी ना किसी ने कभी तो कुछ बात आपको पिंच करने वाली बोली होगी. उनको, मैं ये नहीं कह रही कि उनको दिखाना है, दिखाना आपको खुद को है. जो दिखाना है, जो आपकी वर्थ है, जो सेल्फ वर्थ है, वो आपकी खुद की सेल्फ वर्थ है. फ्रेंड्स, आप जो कर रहे हो वो आप खुद के लिए तो कर ही रहे हो, आप अपने पेरेंट्स के लिए कर रहे हो, और वो इसलिए कर रहे हो कि उसमें आपको अच्छा लग रहा है, और आप इसलिए भी कर रहे हो कि उससे सोसाइटी के लिए, नेशन के लिए कुछ फ़ायदा हो रहा है. सो दैट इज़ द थिंग विच आई वुड अगेन लाइक टू रिक्वेस्ट कि खुद के लिए तो सभी जी रहे हैं, सब जीते हैं, लेकिन ज़िंदगी असली मायने में वही है कि हम दूसरों के लिए भी कुछ करें, दूसरों के लिए भी, चाहे छोटा हो या बड़ा. ये ज़रूरी नहीं है कि आपको एक इंडस्ट्री लगानी है तभी आप लोगों की मदद कर पाओगे, ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. यू कैन एक्चुअली हेल्प योर डोमेस्टिक मेड हु इज़ कमिंग इन द फैमिली. वो शायद खुद पढ़ी लिखी नहीं है, अगर उसका बेटा, अगर उसका बच्चा स्कूल नहीं जा पा रहा है, आप कोशिश कीजिए कि वो अपनी एजुकेशन पाले. आपकी थोड़ी सी मदद से तो ये कर ही सकते हैं. So I am not at all requesting that we all have to do lot bigger things, but yes, of course, some things, some small efforts we all can do collectively for society, for the country. और यही है जो हमारा समाज है, यही हमारे इंडिया की ब्यूटी है, यही हमारा कल्चर है, ट्रेडिशन है, जो हम यूनिटी इन डाइवर्सिटी बोलते हैं, जो हम एक बात करते हैं कि हम सब लोग मिल के साथ में काम कर रहे हैं. India today has a global presence in all these sectors, and we are leading the country. We are becoming a manufacturing hub. We are becoming the hub of innovation, digital technology. We are becoming hub of education, health sector. So it is the young people like you who are the leaders, who are going to lead, who are going to innovate, create. So have that passion within you ignited. Keep on moving, and in the end, I would like to end by just mentioning one quote that let us all dare to believe, let us all dare to win, and let us all dare to make the change. You all have that capacity to dream, believe, win, and make the change. Make the change, be the change makers in the society. I really thank the यूनिवर्सिटी टीम फॉर इन्वाइटिंग मी ओवर हियर. आई नो बीच में थोड़ा मैंने सरकारी टाइप का बोला, बट मेरी कंपल्सन है बिकॉज आई कम फ्रॉम एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. तो आई हैव दिस रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू ओरिएंट द सोसाइटी अबाउट द इनिशिएटिव्स which other people are taking, the schemes and policies under the government, so that you also get more information about that and you all take benefit from them. So I again thank you all so much for having me here, and my best wishes to all of you. And सिर्फ एक ही बात हमेशा मैं बोलती हूँ कि खुश रहिए. लाइफ में खुश रहना ही सबसे ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट है. आप फेलियर सक्सेस है हम खुद डिसाइड करते हैं. ऑफ कोर्स अभी आप बोलोगे कि मैम ये थ्योरेटिकल है, क्योंकि हमें तो हमारा जो मार्क्स आएगा उसके बेसिस पे ही एडमिशन आगे मिलेगा. आई नो दैट, बट इफ़ यू विल enjoy that thing, you will definitely succeed. You will definitely excel in that. So have that passion, have that energy going on in you, and stay healthy, happy. Thank you all so much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for these wonderful words and motivating us. So moving forward, the session is now open for the question and answer. So you can ask all your queries and your questions from our dignitary. And yes, the students are requested that before asking your questions, you need to mention your name, the name of your department, and the year you are in. So yes, so now you can ask your questions.
Hello. A very good afternoon, ma'am.
Hi,
It was indeed an inspiring session, and it's a pleasure to interact with you.
Thank you so much.
I am Moksh from first year Biotechnological Engineering.
Okay.
Ma'am, you have seen both of the angles, be it as a youth and now as a responsible civil servant.
Yes.
So basically,
I still feel I am part of youth.
my question is, what difference do you see between both? And as a youth, what mistakes do we commit now that we can rectify to help in nation's building? Can you please guide us for that?
Yes. I would say it's very relevant question that, in fact, I would like to term it as that youth is to become a responsible citizen, right? Every youth, you can please have your seat. Please be comfortable, yes. So, youth have to become responsible citizen. Youth have to become responsible. So when I talk about my own example, friends, frankly, when I was in graduation, I had generally no idea. I was that time studying in Delhi. I did not have much idea about our system of governance. There was nobody in my family who had ever appeared for civil services examination. Everybody was into business. Of course, my father is a chartered accountant. तो पापा ने अपना प्रैक्टिस पानीपत में पहले उन्होंने पढ़ाई करी, सीए बने. उसके बाद उन्होंने शादी के बाद ही एस्टैब्लिश हिज प्रैक्टिस इन दिल्ली, अशोक विहार में ऑफिस आज भी है उनका. सो आई हैव सीन हाउ ही स्ट्रगल्ड, हाउ ही एस्टैब्लिश हिमसेल्फ. तो एक ओरिएंटेशन हमारे माइंड में हमेशा था कि वी विल नेवर लेट आवर पेरेंट्स डाउन. That was one thing, because they had been supporting. Because if I compare my example with my cousins, especially the girls, especially the females, generally everybody was around that time getting married at the age of 20-21. I am frankly telling friends, हरियाणा में आज तो बहुत ज़्यादा सुधार है, बट मैं 2003-4 की बात कर रही हूँ. ऑलमोस्ट 18-19 साल पहले, ऑलमोस्ट 2 डिकेड्स पहले की मैं बात कर रही हूँ. तो उस टाइम में जो उन्होंने मुझे सपोर्ट किया, जो सपोर्ट किया मेरी और मेरी सिस्टर को, तो वी हैड द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दैट वी विल नॉट लेट आवर पेरेंट्स डाउन. एंड आई ऑल्सो हैड दैट रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दैट वी ऑल नीड टू बिकम रिस्पॉन्सिबल इन द सेंस कि हमें जो ये मिला है, हमने जो ये पाया है, ये हमें देश के लिए आगे ले जाने के लिए इसका यूज़ करना है. सो देयरफॉर आई एम शेयरिंग माई एक्सपीरियंसेस विद यू ऑल. तो मुझे लगता है कि यहाँ अगर 300 स्टूडेंट्स भी हैं, अगर उसमें से 1 या 2 स्टूडेंट भी अगर मोटिवेट होते हैं, उनको कोई आइडिया मिलता है, तो आई एम एक्चुअली रियली वेरी हैप्पी. सो जो आपने बात की कि यूथ एंड बिकमिंग रिस्पॉन्सिबल सिटीज़न, और जो दूसरा पहलू आपने पूछा कि क्या गलतियाँ करते हैं, व्हाट आर द मिस्टेक्स विच दे डू. सो मिस्टेक्स में आई वुड लाइक टू मैंशन दैट इट इज़ वेरी मच इम्पॉर्टेंट टू ट्राई एंड बी नॉट डिसओरिएंटेड, डिसल्यूजन्ड. मतलब आज के दिन में बहुत सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन अवेलेबल है, जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ इतनी सारी हैं, यू हैव डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ करियर अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ जो हमारे टाइम में नहीं थी. लाइक सो आजकल सोशल मीडिया एक अपने आप में एक पूरा प्रोफेशन बन गया है. पीपल आर हैविंग एजेंसीज, डिजिटल मीडिया एजेंसीज, पीपल आर वर्किंग इन टू जर्नलिज्म, पीपल आर, मतलब बहुत सारी ऐसी प्रोफेशंस हैं जो हमारे टाइम में थे भी नहीं. सो व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट क्या गलतियाँ नहीं करनी चाहिए, तो ऐसा कुछ भी जो आपको पर्सनल लेवल पे लगता है कि ये ठीक नहीं है, वो आपको नहीं करना है. दिस इज़ द थंब रूल. जो मैंने भी हमेशा यही सोचा कि मुझे जो लगता है कि एज एन इंडिविजुअल इट इज़ हार्मफुल फॉर मी, इट इज़ हार्मफुल फॉर माई फैमिली, या आप जिस सोसाइटी से बिलोंग करते हो ये उनके लिए ठीक बात नहीं है, तो आपको उसका पार्ट नहीं बनना है. जब मैंने बात अपनी स्पीच में जब बोली अबाउट साइबर क्राइम्स, अबाउट द क्राइम्स विच आर बीइंग हैपनिंग थ्रू द सोशल मीडिया. So if you feel that any such thing would be harmful to people around you, please do not be a part, and rather you being a vigilant citizen, उसको रिपोर्ट कीजिए. ये भी बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है that we also help the system, the administration, क्योंकि कई बार ऐसी चीज़ें हो रही होती हैं और हम लोगों को नहीं पता लगता है. So it is also important that if you get to know about any such incidents, about any such things, you ट्राई एंड इन्फॉर्म दी कंसर्न पीपल सो दैट उसमें करेक्टिव एक्शन हो. आपके कॉलेज में, सपोज यूनिवर्सिटी में कुछ ऐसा हो रहा है जो आपको पता लगे, जो आपको लगता है नहीं होना चाहिए, यू इन्फॉर्म टू योर प्रोफेसर्स, टू द पीपल हु आर इन टू द प्रोफेसर्स एंड टीम इन द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. सो ये छोटी छोटी चीज़ें हैं जो हमको ध्यान में रखनी हैं, और यूथ ही है जो रिस्पॉन्सिबल सिटीज़न है, और ऐसा नहीं है कि वो बाद में बनेंगे. यू आर टुडे अ रिस्पॉन्सिबल सिटीज़न. From the day we take birth in India, from the day we take birth in the society, हम तब से ही हम नागरिक हैं. देश के नागरिक तो जन्म से ही हैं. तो जन्म से हम चाहे रिस्पॉन्सिबल कैसे हों, ये हम सबको हर टाइम सोचना चाहिए. एंड इट इज़ नॉट कि कोई आपको आके सिखाएगा, ये आप खुद ही सीख जाओगे, खुद ही समझ जाओगे. इट इज़ योर ओन एक्सपीरियंस, योर ओन एजुकेशन, योर ओन लर्निंग. Interacting with people, you'll get to know what is good, what is right, and also कि आप कैसे किस में अपना contribution दे सकते हो. I think it's a gradual process, and I'm very much sure that with sessions like this being organized by the university in the campus, I am very much sure that you all will be motivated, and you are already a team of all responsible citizens, right? Thank you.
So can we have our next question?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Hi.
It was such a wonderful session.
Thank you
I'm
so
Shubha
much.
Padhyay. I'm from first year computer science.
Okay.
And my question to you is, what opportunities can the youth be given to act as a catalyst for a country like India aspiring to take its rightful place in world politics?
Politics.
World politics, yeah.
Okay. Shubh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Please have a seat. Shubh, if we talk about the world politics, we see now how many young people are entering into politics, right? We have recently seen a few months back the expansion in the cabinet at Government of India. So this cabinet has till date the highest number of educated people, educated, qualified people, highest number of women MPs, highest number of young MPs. So one thing is definitely sure that let us not hate politics. Let us not all have bad notions about politics. Politics of course has different agenda. पॉलिटिशियन एक अगर जो चुनाव लड़के आ रहा है, चाहे वो काउंसिल का चुनाव हो, अर्बन लोकल बॉडी का, या पंचायत का चुनाव है, या इफ़ वी टेक लोकसभा इलेक्शन, विधानसभा इलेक्शन, सो ही और शी इज सीकिंग वोट, और उनकी एक जवाबदेही होती है, बिकॉज इफ़ दे डोंट परफॉर्म या अगर वो लोगों को काम नहीं करा पाते, इमीडिएटली दे गेट दैट थ्रेशिंग एंड सो मैनी थिंग्स. काम हमारा भी पब्लिक सर्विस का है, हमारा भी पब्लिक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी का है, बट स्टिल वी हैव अ कर्टन. फ्रैंकली एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में वी स्टिल हैव एन अपॉर्चुनिटी टू से नो इफ़ वी डोंट want to meet anybody. For example, if I am getting late in my office, it's already 5, 6 or 7 o'clock, and if I am stuck in time and I am not able to meet anybody, I can still say no today and that you come tomorrow. That is always an opportunity, that is an option available to an officer, but it may not be available to a politician. अगर वो ना बोल देंगे, वो अब बंदा वो 10 जगह 20 जगह जाके बोलेगा वो मंत्री जी तो मिलते नहीं हैं, वो MLA विधायक जी तो मिलते नहीं हैं, राइट? सो व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट the contribution of youth in the world for India, I think first thing is that let us not have negative notions about politics. Secondly, it is also important you see that अगर आपका orientation है तो why not have your role in social activities? So social activities like you can have some organization. I mentioned in my speech some of the examples of about NGOs, civil society organization groups. You can have that. Also students I have seen like students getting themselves together and organizing some workshops like youth parliaments or MUNs, Model United Nations, some dialogues on symposiums. And definitely, you know, all these things are getting support by government also. You please have a check on the website of, I would recommend Niti Aayog and MyGov India. They have regular challenges, they have regular programs for the youth, for encouraging the youth. And in then, if you participate in those challenges, in those events, sometimes you also get opportunity to interact with people at the world level. I'm telling frankly, there are such symposiums been organized. I am also part of BRICS CCI Young Leaders Program. I am the honorary advisor there, wherein I have been nominated as advisor. And there are, I think, 3 or 4 IAS, IPS officers who are part of that forum. I am one of them. So we organize symposiums amongst the youth of BRICS nation. So I have attended till date, I think 3 of such symposiums since last 1 year. So you are interacting with people, of your own age across the countries. So there are many such opportunities, and if you have that notion, if you have that aim in mind, many things can be done, friends. Many things can be done. So थोड़ा अपने लेवल पे रिसर्च भी कीजिए. Please find out how you can do, and also spread good information, spread share good information amongst all of you. That is also very important. So India is a leader at the global level, and in the politics, if we see the rankings, our honorable Prime Minister is ranked among top 5 leaders of at the global level. And the way the dynamics are changing, India, of course, in the Asian and the South Asian region, it is at number 1. So lot more can be done, I think, by all of you. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, so next question.
Anybody by a female student?
Really an honor to speak to you. I
you
am
so much.
Ruhi. I am a first year student from BTech Biotechnology branch. Ma'am, over the past few years, we have seen a rise in the female civil servants. So, ma'am, my question is, what can be done, what can be the provisions that can be provided to the females, to the women out there, so that they are inspired, more and more women come up with the idea of taking up civil services and serving the nation?
Thank you, Rohi, for that question. Talk a little bit about statistics. In India, till date, around 7 to 8%. If I talk about different services, for example, I start with IPS. So in IPS, out of the total officers who are serving in the country till now, around 7 to 8% only are female officers. Only 7 to 8% are women officers if I talk about the IPS, Indian Police Service. If I talk about Indian Administrative Service, of which I am a part, 16 to 17% of the officers are women. The IAS officers are 16 to 17%. If I talk about other services like, please have a seat, Rohi, sorry, I didn't notice you are standing. So if I talk about other services like the Indian Audit and Accounts, Indian Revenue Service, Railway Account Service, etc., the percentage in total would not be more than 20%. So percentage is not more than 20% across the country for women being part of the. So, of course, not a very healthy picture. And when we talk about why women are required more in bureaucracy, so we all know that when we have more women in leadership roles, we have a society which is gender inclusive, gender parity, and we will have that gender sensitivity not only in the policy making, but also in implementation and changes in the field, changes at the ground. So when we're talking how to encourage girls to come forward, so one thing is most important, that education is very much required. Giving opportunity for a female for getting access to adequate education, at least graduation and post-graduation if she wants to do, that is very important. And then those opportunities should be available to her. And also, friends, this is also one important thing to know, that even today, in many parts of the country, girls are not even aware of these kind of career opportunities. उनको पता भी नहीं है कि ये एग्ज़ाम कैसे देना है. जब मैंने ही 3rd year में जाके सोचा, तो and I was in Delhi having my education. So we cannot actually think about a girl who is in a village in Jhajjar district में किसी छोटे एरिया में रह रही हैं, तो उनको उस लड़की को पता होगा, और अगर पता होगा भी तो उसको इतना हौसला आएगा कि वो करे. So this is also important for girls to have your belief. ये भी बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है कि हम अपने ऊपर विश्वास रखें कि हमको ये काम करना है, और उस काम को करने में आपको दिक्कत बहुत आएंगी. नथिंग इज़ ईजिली अवेलेबल ऑन अ प्लेटर. अगर वो इतना ईजी होता तो हर कोई कर लेता. आज के दिन में 5 से 6 हज़ार सिविल सर्विस IAS ऑफिसर्स हैं कंट्री में. हर साल कुछ ऑफिसर्स रिटायर होते हैं, नया इनटेक आता है, तो एवरेज जो है 5-5.5 हज़ार ही रहता है ऑन एन एवरेज इन द कंट्री. आउट ऑफ पॉपुलेशन ऑफ कितना, तो व्हाट द परसेंटेज इज़ नॉट इवन 1%. सो सिविल सर्विसेज के बारे में ओरिएंटेशन होना ये भी बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है, हम उसके बारे में बताएं. और ये भी ज़रूरी है कि गर्ल्स भी अपने अंदर वो हिम्मत रखें कि हाँ हमको ये एग्ज़ाम देना है. ऑफ कोर्स इट वुड बी वेरी टफ. और मैं यही बात उनसे कहना चाहूँगी कि ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि आप 2-3 साल उसमें इन्वेस्ट करो एंड देन यू एंड अप डूइंग नथिंग. दैट इज़ ऑल्सो नॉट करेक्ट वे ऑफ डूइंग इट. मेहनत ज़रूर उन सालों में आपकी ज़्यादा लगेगी, लेकिन आप जो 25-26 साल तक जो मेहनत कर लोगे फ्रेंड्स, आई थिंक प्राइम है आपके करियर का. दैट इज़ द थिंग. 25, 26, 27 तक जो आप मेहनत, जो इन्वेस्टमेंट आप अपनी एजुकेशन में, अपने करियर में, अपना जो भी आपको करना है उसमें कर लोगे, आई थिंक यू विल एक्चुअली सेट दैट ट्रेंड इन योर लाइफ. और आगे फिर आपको क्लैरिटी भी आएगी. तो for having more women in administration in civil services, one thing is that we have to give them opportunities, education, उनको बढ़ावा दे, प्रोत्साहन दे. कई स्टेट्स ने कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स में भी टाई अप किया हुआ है. दे आर गेटिंग सम स्कॉलरशिप्स ऑल्सो फॉर प्रिपरेशन. मैनी ऑफ द स्टेट्स आर गिविंग स्कॉलरशिप्स and for higher education in for other purposes also. And it is also important for girls to come forward, and it is also the most important thing is the society should support them. आज भी अगर हम बात करें तो कई मेल्स ये भी पूछते हैं कि एम्पावरमेंट की बात ही क्यों है, वो ऑलरेडी एम्पावर्ड हैं. फ्रेंड्स, नहीं है एम्पावर्ड. आप खुद भी देखना अपनी फैमिलीज़ में, इज़ योर मदर हैविंग द इक्वल स्टेटस टू योर फादर इन एवरीथिंग? आई एम श्योर यू विल नॉट से येस. योर सिस्टर, योर वाइफ, अभी तो वाइफ नहीं है ऑफ कोर्स, बाद में जब होगी तो यू विल बी द हस्बैंड्स. तो आप ये कोशिश करना दैट शी इज़ एन इक्वल डिसीजन मेकर इन योर हाउस होल्ड. आज मैं जहाँ पे हूँ फ्रेंड्स, मेरे पेरेंट्स का बहुत सपोर्ट है आज भी, लेकिन आई वुड नॉट डिनाई दैट आई हैव, आई थिंक, एक्सट्रीम सपोर्ट फ्रॉम माई हस्बैंड, फ्रॉम माई स्पाउस हु इज़ इन IRS ऑफिसर. बट मैं अगर ऐसे ट्रैवल कर पाती हूँ, आई हैव 2 kids और मेरा बेटा अभी 2 ही साल का है, मेरी बेटी शी इज़ इन क्लास 4. But if I am trying to manage my personal and professional front, it is also due to the family, because there are something which a woman only has to do. Bearing a child, giving birth to a baby, feeding the baby for initial few months, year, 2 years, वो एक लेडी को ही करना है. और अगर वो लेडी अगर एक्सेल प्रोफेशन में करना चाहती है तो हम उनका सपोर्ट करें, तभी वो कर पाएगी. नहीं तो उसके पास कोई ऑप्शन नहीं होगा कि वो छुट्टी लेके बैठे. एंड द अनफॉर्चुनेट पार्ट इज़ कि मैनी ऑफ अस डू नॉट इवन रिकग्नाइज दैट दिस इज़ समथिंग विच इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट. You all should recognize, you all should empathize, you all should feel that this is also something which is important for us to appreciate, for a woman, for a lady, whatever she is doing for us demandingly. वो कुछ बोलेंगे नहीं. ऐसा ज़रूरी नहीं है कि आपकी मदर आपको बोलें कि मैं तुम्हारे लिए ये किया. मेरी मदर ने इतना सेक्रीफाइस किया, इतना स्ट्रगल में रह के हमें एजुकेशन उन्होंने दिलवाया. माई फादर यूज़ टू गेट अप बिकॉज आई वॉज अ लेट नाइट, मैं लेट नाइट स्टडी करती थी, तो मैं सुबह सोती थी 7 बजे 8 बजे. तो मेरे पापा रात को ही वुड नॉट स्लीप टू गिव मी टी, या ये देखने कि मैं पढ़ाई कर पा रही हूँ नहीं कर पा रही हूँ. तो ये सेक्रीफाइसेस हम लोग एक दूसरे के लिए करते आ रहे हैं, और एक दूसरे का रिस्पेक्ट है. और स्पेशली गर्ल्स को अगर हमें आगे बढ़ाना है तो ये सब हमें करते रहना चाहिए. आई थिंक I always get emotional whenever I speak about this, whenever we talk about women in the society, because I actually feel it from my heart कि बहुत कुछ अच्छा हुआ है इंडिया में, लेकिन अभी बहुत कुछ करना बाकी है. So whether civil services or becoming doctors, becoming engineering graduates, scientists, lot needs to be done for women. Thank you.
So now we'll have our last question.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
It was good to meet you. My name is Aman Saklani and I'm a first year student from Computer Science branch. So my question is, how is government planning to promote youth development in both urban and rural areas on larger basis?
Sorry, I missed your first name.
Aman.
Aman, yeah. हाँ. Please have a seat. So Aman, as I mentioned about few of the programs, so definitely we have a national youth policy which was framed in 2014, and it talks about both youth in rural and urban areas. It talks about both. And when we are talking about involvement of youth at larger scale, so we have different number of schemes and programs. So there can't be one integrated scheme कि ये एक scheme आ गई और इसमें सब लोग अप्लाई करें और सबको बेनिफिट मिलेगा ऐसा, बिकॉज दिस इज़ नॉट दिस थिंग कि जैसे इट्स नॉट लाइक अ पेंशन और एनी सोशल सिक्योरिटी प्रोजेक्ट की जिसमें हम सबको एनरोल कर देंगे और उनको मिलेगा. ऑफ कोर्स वी हैव डिफरेंट स्टेट्स हैव डिफरेंट प्रोग्राम्स. फॉर एग्जांपल we have ITIs, we have polytechnics for providing skills, education and training, for vocational training. We have different employment opportunities, like in Haryana we have under this employment exchange program, we register the unemployed youth and then they get opportunity to work in various programs of the government. So there cannot be one integrated plan, but yes, of course, there are various schemes and projects undergoing in various parts of the country जिसमें youth can take benefit out of that. And also it is important for the youth to be aware of what is happening in government. So whatever are the schemes, जो मैंने थोड़ी बहुत स्कीम बताई, आप उसके अलावा भी आप गूगल में डाल के देखना, आपको और भी आइडियाज़ पता लगेंगे कि ये भी एक स्कीम है जिसमें आप बेनिफिट ले सकते हो. तो अवेयरनेस इज़ मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट, एंड देन हाउ टू अप्लाई, when to apply, and if there is any problem then whom to approach, all this is very important. And if we talk about, for example, sports की अगर हम बात करें तो खेलो इंडिया गेम्स इंडिया में आई थिंक 4 साल पहले स्टार्ट हुए. तो खेलो इंडिया इज़ टॉकिंग अबाउट students who are under 18 years of age, and it is talking about education and sports integration. And this year 2021 में, because of COVID-19, this was not organized. It is going shortly to be organized in 2022 in February. In Haryana, I think it would be hosting these games. So these initiatives are to promote the mental, physical health of these of the youth. And also जितने भी programs हैं, प्रधानमंत्री मुद्रा योजना, प्रधानमंत्री युवा मिशन, डिजिटल इंडिया, स्किल इंडिया, मेकअप इंडिया, स्टार्टअप मिशन, इनोवेशन मिशन, ऐसी बहुत सारी स्कीम्स हैं, पॉलिसीज़ हैं, प्रोग्राम्स हैं जो कि यूथ की एम्पावरमेंट के ऊपर ही बात करती हैं, यूथ की कैपेसिटीज़ प्रोग्राम्स. एंड आई एम श्योर यू विल डेफिनेटली गेट सम आइडिया कि क्या कर सकते हैं. देयर इज़ नो शॉर्ट सेट टू दैट, बट कुछ ना कुछ ज़रूर आपको समझ में आएगा कि हाँ दिस सूट्स टू यू और दिस कैन बी बेनिफिशियल टू यू. एंड डेफिनेटली अगर मेरी कोई हेल्प चाहिए, डेफिनेटली आई वुड बी वेरी मच ईगर टू हेल्प एनी वन ऑफ यू हु नीड्स एनी काइंड ऑफ सपोर्ट या कोई क्लैरिटी चाहिए. डेफिनेटली आई विल ट्राई टू सपोर्ट एंड मोबिलाइज. थैंक यू.